Hey folks, it's dinner time. So I have his food ready. Tonight it's the Super Supper, aka Mystery Meat. I didn't see Scruffy line up really early today for dinner. Um, I checked about sunset and I didn't see him, but I just checked outside when I started getting the food ready and he was there. I'm actually a little bit on the early side today. I wanted to catch the Great Conjunction, but it's too light out. So I'm hoping after I'm done with him, I'm gonna have a chance of seeing it. Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Want some food? Okay, this is going well. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the plate here and go outside. Okay, ready for some food? So I'm gonna take the plate with me, and I'm gonna put it on the table. Okay? And that's a hiss. Don't really like the hisses. I'm grabbing the water. I'm putting it on the table. And I'm gonna close the door. And since he hissed at me, I'm gonna put the water down. And I'm not gonna worry about him getting angry or scared because it's already shown not so great behavior here. He's went around the corner here, so I'm just, instead of going through the side, I'm just gonna go through the front here. Not that hungry, huh? So he's walking away. Not sure what to do with this cat. I'm gonna toss the water. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down in the chair now and start getting the glove on, and I'm gonna assume he's gonna come back, and there he is. Okay, so I'm gonna hold out my hand. Get pet. Okay. Good. That was a hiss. I thought we were getting past that part. Okay, that was a chirpy meow. So his fur actually doesn't look so good in the back there. Looks like he's been grooming. So maybe a flea again. So I'll have to watch that for the next couple days. And so I think we're in week 3 now of, since I gave him the flea pills, so this would probably be the time to give him another one this week. So keeps turning around. Hard to predict where he wants me to pet him. So the weather was pretty good today, actually. Sun came out most of the day. Temperature went up. So wasn't as cold as it's been the past week or two. It's still not hot or anything, but it's a nice break from the really cold that we've had. So it's just kind of cold now. So still need a sweater and pants to go out, or a jacket. But I saw Scruffy on the deck a couple times, and yeah, I'll talk about that after I start his food. But yeah, I did catch him, I think, sunbathing a little bit. He was actually under the table at first, and I think it was overcast then. And then the sun came out, and then he was in the shade a little bit from the table, and then the sun got, I guess, directly on him, and then he moved. So he was sleeping, he woke up, moved, and he moved into a slightly more shaded part, still on the deck, still near the table, but in the shadow of the table. So I guess he doesn't like direct sunlight. So that was I think this afternoon. And then early this morning I saw him. He jumped onto the deck and he was looking at the sky, and I think there were some crows flying over, and so he was kind of eyeing the crows, you know, kind of that chattery, I'm gonna kill you type look, the hunt. And so I'm wondering if he's a bird cat. See, I've seen him do that with the birds before flying over. So maybe he doesn't do rodents, maybe he only does birds. And maybe that's why all the little birds are extinct now in our neighborhood. I don't see many small birds anymore. I see the crows. I wish he'd get the crows. They're really annoying. He's really into the chin rub now. So yeah, we're making progress here. Okay, well, I think we're doing pretty good here. So, you want to get your food? Ready for some food? Yeah, let's get your food here. I need to take the side kibble off and turn the plate. Okay, grab the plate. Okay, and I gotta get the brush here, so try not to swat me. Okay. And got the brush. So dig in. So yeah, this back here looks like he's been grooming it. It's kind of discolored. Alright, it's moving into the brush. So I think he likes the brush right now. So his fur is actually pretty good tangle-wise. I don't see any tangles. So anyway, yeah, so the thing I was going to talk about was it was around noon. I saw him on the edge of the deck between the handrails. So he was, his head was, you know, his body was like halfway through the rails, and so his butt was on the deck, and I don't know, he was kind of standing up. So I'm not sure what he was doing. So I grabbed the camera, but By the time I came back with the camera, he wasn't doing that. He was just sitting near the railing. But then the weird thing I saw was he came back towards the table, and there's kind of a tarp on the table. It doesn't really fit, so it's kind of a mess. But there's like a loose string or a thread or something that's just been hanging there from the tarp. And he walked towards the table, and then he turned upside down, and it looked like he was batting it, the string. And then it looked like he was kind of playing with the table's infrastructure a little bit on his back, kind of rolling around. And then I think he gets up, and then it looks like he hopped over to another section of the deck, and it looks like he was playing like this whole time. So he's playing with the string, and then just kind of frolicking on the deck, and then I think he ended up turning on his back again and rolling. And then he got up, and then he went back to the table on the other side, and he turned upside down. And then, or not so much upside down, but he basically turned to his side, and then it looked like he started grooming himself. So I just turned the brush over. So this was all within about 1 minute. So he didn't play long, but I've never seen him play before at all. And then if you remember our previous attempts to play with the string toy, he's terrified by that thing. So as far as I've ever known him, he doesn't play. And it's not affected by catnip or anything, so he doesn't seem to have any pleasures in his life. So I was really surprised to see that even for a minute that he was looked like he was playing. So now that leaves me to the question, how do I capitalize on that? Because if he does like to play even just for a minute, is there something I can do to engage him with some toys? The problem is, my previous attempts to engage him with toys have terrified him. So he runs away in horror when he sees the toys. So I don't know how to get him to play with me out here, or with any of the toys. And I've left the toys out before, like I've left the string toy on the ground, and he seems to avoid it. He seems to be terrified of the thing. And then I've left the string toy dangling from the table, so I just propped up the stick and then hung the string part of it off the side of the table, hoping he might bat it or something, and he seems to avoid that too. So I don't know if I have to get my own twine, because maybe he doesn't like the fuzzy colors, because it scares him. And so maybe I have to build my own string toy. But I think in the past, anytime I pointed anything at him, he'd also run away in terror. It's almost like I was pointing a gun at him. So even the laser pointer terrified him when they pointed it at him. So I think, yeah, he's almost done. And I pretty much brushed everything I think I'm going to brush. So I don't know if I should keep brushing him or just let him eat. So yeah, he's still kind of maneuvering around. He doesn't fully like the brush, I think. So he's still kind of avoiding the brush. He turns away as I brush his sides. So he's pulling the bowl away now. So I think I'm going to stop. He's almost done, though there's a big chunk of pate stuck to the ball, so let's see if he licks that off. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what to do about the playing and the toys, yeah, I'd like to hear it. I'll try to somehow include that clip of him playing in this video. I haven't decided if I'm going to put it at the beginning or while he's eating or superimpose it or what. Me brushing him is usually not that interesting, so I'll probably just splice it or just splice it in or superimpose it in while he's eating, because that's like the least interesting thing he does. And it's partly because my camera angle sucks, because it's my point of view, basically. I guess if I got fancy, I'd get some tripods. I guess if I got really fancy, I'd get multiple cameras, set up tripods in the strategic areas, and try to capture different angles of him eating, and then put all the stuff together. But I don't have that much time to edit and that much money to spend on equipment. And I don't think I have that much desire to put that much effort into it. I have looked into helmet cams and chest cams, so I don't have to hold it with my hand all the time, but yeah, they look kind of dodgy. So I think with the head cam, yeah, it looks kind of unstable. The chest cam, the problem with the chest cam is, yeah, you can't really aim it because you can't see the screen. And even the head cams have that kind of same problem. But yeah, it looks like he got the pate off the ball. So he's looking at everything. And yeah, he's rolling the ball. So I guess he likes the super supper just enough to get the big chunks out of it. Kind of wish he'd clean the bowl, like look it clean. I don't know, maybe I have to take the ball out. Of course, even when I take the ball out, he doesn't come back. But to lick it clean. So I ran it through the dishwasher last night. It handled it, no problem. But I do have to be more careful with the positioning of the bowl in the dishwasher when he doesn't clean the bowl, because I'm not rinsing them anymore, or not hand rinsing them anyway. So I'm trying to let the dishwasher do all the work as it's supposed to, and also save me some energy and water in the process. A bunch of appliances have been breaking the past couple years. So just all aging out. So I mentioned the furnace that went out. And then we lost the refrigerator a little over a year ago. So I think the dishwasher and the water heater are next to probably go. We actually had a problem with the water heater a little less than a year ago, I think. Or actually about a year ago. It wasn't the water heater per se, but it was the pipe right above the water heater that takes the output of the hot water into that and goes into the house. So the nipple. So I guess it connects through a hose. So the water heater goes to a hose that goes to a nipple that goes to the pipe in the house, and that nipple completely corroded, and it burst. And yeah, basically, water was spewing it out and flooded. Our water heater's in the garage, so yeah, flooded the garage. I was really lucky because I actually heard it from the inside. I could hear the water running, and I was like, "Why is there water running?" And so I was able to catch it early, so I averted a major, major disaster. But yeah, I'm kind of nervous. And yeah, he's hanging out in the corner there. I don't know why. So I see his tail. Oh, he's sitting. And he's looking at me weird because I'm trying to bend over so I can film him. But yeah, he's keeping his distance, so I don't know. I think that's it for dinner. So I'm gonna probably call it quits here. But anyway, yeah. So if you have any advice on the playing thing, I don't actually have any ideas at the moment. So I think I'll wait for feedback on that one once I come up with something. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and I'll catch you again next time.